Sir, we are on live now. We can start your proceedings.
Thank you, Praveen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you all to the 25th annual general meeting of Ramco Systems Limited. This meeting is being conducted through video conferencing as per the circulars and notification issued by SEBI and Ministry of Corporate Affairs in this regard. Hence, the company has facilitated the members to join this meeting through VC mode from various locations by using CDSL platform. Now, I request Chairman Sir to chair the meeting and introduce the directors, auditors, and other attendees.
Good afternoon, everybody, and I have the pleasure to welcome our directors and introduce them to you. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Srimati Saundara Kumar, Independent Director and Chairperson of our Audit Committee, Mr. M.M. Venkatachalam, Independent Director and Chairman of our Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and Sri A.V. Dharmakrishnan, Non-Executive Director, Mr. Sri Agarwal, Independent Director, Sri Shankar Krishnan, a Non-Executive Director, Justice Sri Mr. Janardhan Raja, Independent Director, and Sri Abhinav Ramasubramanian Raja, a whole-time Director. I'd also like to introduce other attendees, Sri Raghuveer Sandesh Balaji Bilagi, our Chief Operating Officer, Sri Ravikula Chandran, our CFO, Sri K. Srinivasan, Partner Statutory Auditors, Sri Chela Krishna, Partner, and Srimati Madhura Ganesh, Internal Auditors, Sri K. Sriram and Sri Sivasubramaniam, Partners and Secretarial Auditors. So I like to confirm that the minimum requirement for the quorum is 30 members and we have the requisite quorum. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Members, I would like the proceedings of the meeting. Members may please note that the e-voting process had been explained in the 25th AGM notice. 8th July 2022 is the cutoff date fixed by the company for dispatch of annual report. And those members who acquired shares after that and who hold shares as on cutoff date, that is August 3rd, 2022, company had mailed the notice and annual report to them individually. The company had provided the remote e-voting facility through Central Deposit Services Limited to all members who hold shares as on the cutoff date, that is 3rd August 2022, to vote on resolutions to be considered in this meeting. The facility for remote e-voting was remained open from 9 a.m. Sunday, 7th August 2022 till 5 p.m. Tuesday, 9th August 2022, that is yesterday evening. The facility for e-voting has been made available to the members at this meeting. Members attending the meeting through VC and who have not already cast their vote by remote e-voting may exercise their voting right during the meeting. If any votes are already cast by the members through e-voting available during the AGM, and if the same members have not been participated in the meeting, they shall not be considered as valid since this facility is available only for the members who attend and vote during the meeting. Members, those who already casted their vote during the remote e-voting prior to the meeting may also attend the meeting but shall not be entitled to cast their vote again. Members may also note that notice of the 25th AGM was circulated to the members along with the annual report 21-22 containing the board's report, corporate governance report, business responsibility report, management discussion analysis report, auditor's report, and financial statements was mailed to them individually. Hence, the same may please be taken as read. Members may also note that the independent auditor's report issued by Jagannathan Krishnaswamy Chartered Accountants and secretary audit report issued by Krishnamurthy and Co. Company Secretaries were unqualified and unmodified one and without any adverse remarks. And the same may please be taken as read. The statutory registers to documents for members review as recorded in the Companies Act 2013 and the certificate from our practicing company secretary with respect to compliance of ESOS, SEBI share-based employee benefits regulations and sweat equity regulation 2021 with respect to implementation of stock option scheme. Stock plan is available electronically for inspection. Members who wish to inspect the same can send their request to me, vijayaraghavan.ne@ramco.com. I now request Chairman Sir to deliver a speech.
Good afternoon, everybody, and I welcome you all to this 25th annual general body meeting of the company being held on the occasion of the completion of the Silver Jubilee year of incorporation. With the experience we have gained over the last 25 years, Ramco Systems Limited foundation has been centered around innovation-driven culture. This legacy reflects the company's confidence in pursuing the immense possibilities that exist with us, given the years of experience we have gained in developing our IP. So we go forward with confidence to develop our markets, given the core values we carry on the customer first, employee centric and innovation driven with excellence in performance. During the year, we had a change in leadership and we initiated a restructuring of our business. And the new leadership is consisting of a chief operating officer who coordinates all our operations. And then we have Subramaniam Ramaswamy, our chief customer officer, who heads our ERP, HRP, and logistics business worldwide. And Manoj Kumar Singh, our chief customer officer, who's heading our aviation and defense, our marketing and sales. Prashant Vasu, head of our ERP and logistics. And Rohit Mathur, head of our HRP. And Sam Jacob, head of our aviation and defense business. And Rajiv Kumar, our chief HR officer, and Ravikula Chandran, our CFO. So I welcome this team and I look forward to them executing our objectives and for the coming years. Thank you. And I'll now like to take you through the highlights for the financial year. After a steady increase in revenue, the bottom line over the last 4 years, the pandemic has caused a temporary slowdown, and consequently the financial year 2021-22 saw a dip in our revenues from 85 million in the previous year to 72 million in this financial year. The EBITDA also had dropped, given that the revenues had dropped quite a bit. The net loss after tax was 10 million versus a profit of 7.5 million. Though our borrowings were nil at the end of the year and as well as the beginning of the year, our cash flows have been steady in the last year to be able to complete our various implementations and restructuring effort. Last year also saw a decline in our order booking. Order booking was only $65 million versus $110 million in the previous year. It was a 44% decline in orders. So that lower order booking will reflect in the current financial year too for the first 1 or 2 quarters before it starts picking up again. Once order booking is also picking up, as you know, in the last quarter. And once that comes again, we should be back into a good performance. So that is the order booking and revenues. Lower order bookings had impacted our revenues and resulting in a 15% drop in our revenues. Non-India revenues continue to be at 77%, and all SBUs have contributed almost equally to the revenue. ERP at 33%, HRP at 35%, and aviation at 32%. And also geography-wise, we had Asia Pac at 33%, US at 25%, India at 23%, and Middle East and Africa at 13%, and Europe at 6%. So among our employee, we have emphasis on diversity and culture, and we have about 2,000 employees now. We have 28 offices worldwide, and we have almost equal number of female and male employees. And there are 20 nationalities now in our employment from the Americas, Australia, UK, China, Philippines, Germany, South Africa, Vietnamese, and other holders. So we welcome all of them to our fold. So among the various SBUs, we have focused on our global HR and payroll, which we call the operational HR. And there the emphasis has been on improving our self-service and automation work so that it's very easy for the our customers to use the product. So a lot of emphasis has been on that. And then to expand our offerings to other parts of the world, we have embarked on an in-country processing strategy, which has expanded our market accessibility. And also we are leveraging on partnerships with leading HR, capital management software companies worldwide to provide a payroll across the world. And so now we have payroll coverage across 60 countries. And basically, though we say just a payroll, it's basically an operational HR where we do leave, expenses, everything that is concerned with the expenses associated with an employee, and anything that has an impact on his payroll. So that is now we are we are giving a coverage across 60 plus countries. And our next SBU is basically aviation and aerospace and defense SBU. There we have been able to have a good dominant position in the helicopter business, and 8 out of the top 10 are now on Ramco. And then we also entered the defense area with adversary air defense services in North America, and all 4 of them are now with Ramco. And 2 of the top 5 MROs are now working with Ramco, and they trust Ramco. And 2 of the top 5 aircraft manufacturers in the world are also with Ramco. And we have also started a subsidiary in the US for the defense business. And this defense subsidiary should be able to address the markets in North America and Europe. And we have started working with large defense systems integrators, and there's a tremendous interest in our product. Though this product line will take some time to develop, our initial breakthroughs have been made, and we are looking forward to larger and larger businesses in this area. In the Ramco ERP, our traditional business, we are focusing on a few areas as we are embarking on a big revamp on the product in terms of next generation technology and automation and user experience improvement. And during that time, we are continuing to improve the base product itself so that we can address key markets like cement, asset-centric solutions, third-party logistics, and large enterprise complete digital transformation. And another new SBU is basically our integrated logistics software covering end-to-end needs of a logistics company. This product we introduced about 4 years ago. Now the product has matured very well, and now is being well received in the Australian and New Zealand market, and is also growing in the ASEAN market. As this matures further and further, we will also now approach the American market for this software. And within the company, we have to improve. We are constantly improving our engineering services so that our support process is world class. So we are working on our support process modernization and automation so that you have full traceability and good quality assurance, and improve the engineering automation so that we can reduce the complexity of all our support process and implementation. And this work has been on for the last 2 years and now is nearing maturity. And the full impact of this we felt in the coming year. So this is your best view of all the improvements that are being made in the 4-star process. And just to highlight some of the complex and good implementations that have gone live, we have a container terminal in Aden, and then a helicopter company going live. Acesa, that's in Brazil, right? Lomex. Lomex in US. Yeah. Then Iraqi Airways just went live, and AirAsia, and then the large real estate company DLF for the end-to-end process. And then also a leading cement manufacturer in Philippines. Just to highlight a few of our implementations which have gone live in the current year. So given this, the outlook for the year 2023, we will continue to focus on our aviation and defense business, and the HRP business will continue to be our focus. And our focus on ERP will be on growing our logistics business and also looking at our digital transformation. Investments in new geographies will be made on a need basis, and we're looking forward to improving our booking in this coming year and coming back to normalcy by the end of the year. All efforts are also being made to make sure that the customer experience improves dramatically with all the automation being made. Having said this, I'd like to sincerely thank our investors and shareholders for the continued patience and trust in our company. And we are grateful to the board of directors, partners and bankers and other shareholders and stakeholders for the undeterred encouragement and support in this difficult process which we have undertaken. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our deeply committed employees across the organization for their unwavering faith, hard work and passion to realize this organization's vision. This commitment from our employees has helped Ramco systems remain resilient. Thank you very much. Yeah.
With the consent of chairman, we can proceed with the Q&A session. Members, the floor is open for Q&A session now. The company has made necessary arrangements for a two-way communication in this meeting. Members, decisions by specific views were requested earlier to register themselves as a speaker shareholder, and 4 persons are registered to speak during the meeting. CDS will unmute the audio of particular speaker shareholder to enable them to speak. We'll go on them sequentially. The first person is Dinesh Amritlal Kuticha.
Sir, no one has joined, sir.
Am I getting Mr. Karthik?
Sorry.
Sir, no speaker shareholders have joined actually. If any questions you have received through email, you can
Hello?
those questions. Otherwise, you can continue your proceedings, please.
There's nobody on.
As such, we didn't receive any questions from mail, so we can move to next proceedings.
Yeah. There's nobody. Sorry. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Since no speaker shareholders are turned to speak now, we can move to the next step of proceedings. Now, I'll read out the resolutions proposed for this meeting. Totally, there are 6 resolutions proposed to be considered in this meeting, 25th AGM. Out of 6, first 3 are ordinary resolution, ordinary business, and rest of the 3 are special business, special resolutions. Resolution number 1, adoption of company separate, standalone, and consolidated financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 30, 2022, along with auditor's report thereon. Resolution number 2 is read by rotation and reappointment of Mr. P.R. Venkatramarajah, DIN number 00331406. Resolution number 3 is reappointment of MS Jagannath and Krishnaswamy Chartered Accountants as statutory auditors of the company for a second term of 5 consecutive financial years from the conclusion of this meeting till the conclusion of 30th AGM. Now, the special business special resolutions are resolution number 4, reappointment of Mr. P.V. Abhinav Ramasubramanian Raja as a whole-time key management personnel for a further term of 2 years. Resolution number 5, approval of employee stock option scheme 2022. And resolution number 6 is grant of stock option to the employees of group companies, including subsidiaries and associates in India, outside India under employee stock option scheme 2022. Members, the voting for these resolutions are in progress now, and the said window will be open till 15 minutes from the conclusion of this meeting to facilitate the shareholders to vote on the resolutions. Vote for the resolutions.
Yeah, about the e-voting, Mr. Scrutinizer, Mr. K. Srinivasan of Chartered Accountant of Messrs. Jagannathan and Krishnaswamy Chartered Accountant will submit the combined results of the e-voting to the company secretary, and we will submit it to the stock exchange within 48 hours from the conclusion of this meeting. So any further, there seems to be the end of the agenda. And I'd like to thank all the members, for our board members, for attending this meeting, and also all our management who have attended this meeting, and the stockholder and the shareholders who have taken the time to attend our meeting, and also our auditors and all the people who have helped us through this year. I'd also like to thank CDSL, team, Karthik, and his team, who have helped us perform perform the EGM quite nicely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your kind participation.
Thank you very much, and this ends the meeting.
Thank you. With the
Permission of the
permission of
chairperson.
chairperson, we are concluding this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
பரவாயில்ல, இது நல்லாதான் பரவாயில்ல.